Hello everyone and welcome to the Precinct. I'm here with Darkciide and this is Infamous.sevens.
How's it going?
What time is over there?
It is currently 4:58 p.m.
Here it's Virgin on to 10 p.m. Do you want to start off by telling us what it is that inspires your photography?
Sure. I think basically what inspires my photography is the 4 or 5 people that I kind of go out and shoot with on a daily basis. They're just regular friends. They're not like super Instagram famous or anything. So
Yeah.
it's like a very close knit type thing, and we kind of all just like push each other to do better and to get to wherever we want to be. And that's always kind of just been like my motivating factor, is having like just cool people to go out and shoot photos with.
Okay, and photographer-wise, who would you say, sort of brings in your sense of style and, visuals to inspire you?
Oof, that's hard. There's a couple of them. Probably, definitely First. I think First is probably my favorite photographer on
With the sort of
Instagram.
dark and gritty tones, yeah.
Yeah, to me, he has like the typical classic like street photography type feel, just with like a modern a modern rendition of that, and I like that a lot because I've always been into like the classic stuff.
Okay, yeah. Are there any other photographers?
Yeah, I mean, I like to shoot more than just city, so I would say Firsty for like the nature type stuff. I think his stuff is really dope.
Yeah,
And Sean D shoots his stuff super clean. Hamza D's also really clean stuff.
yeah.
So
Yeah, there is I'd say for definitely like First or Hamza Diaz, for a lot of the big guys or people I talk to generally, they are definitely one of the biggest inspirations for photographers, as well as
yeah.
Trash Hand, I'd say as well.
Oh,
Um,
definitely, yeah.
yeah. What kind of equipment do you use on a daily basis?
Currently, I have a Canon 60 with a 17-40 f4L, and I have a 50 millimeter, just like a 1.8, which I don't really use that often, but I should probably start using that. It's a great lens. So.
Are you looking to upgrade to anything else?
I mean, I'm gonna stick with Canon. I've had Canon my whole life, basically, and I do want to sell the 17-40, probably get like a 16-35 or like a 24L, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Locations wise, what's your favorite location to shoot?
That's difficult. It changed. I used to like shooting roofs a lot. Right now, I'm really feeling like abandoned places and like nature, just because it's like.
To fit in with your sort of dark and gritty sort of style and.
Yeah, I like
Set
abandoned
that.
places because like, for me at least, you can go into like this building and like find an office with a bunch of papers and like just look, and they're from like 1980, and it's just super cool to be able to like capture what somebody was once doing for work, and it's like they've moved on with their life, like who knows if they're even still around. And
Yeah.
to me that's just like really cool. And nature, I've always just enjoyed nature, so
Okay. So it's sort of like a solid combination between the two of sort of nature collapsing onto destruction in a way. Like
yeah.
yeah.
If you can combine the two, like I shot a photo recently where it's like an abandoned building with like a tree and like a bunch of moss and grass and stuff growing in it, and to me it was just like super cool, like going back to almost like prehistoric type shit, but like in a
Okay.
relatively modern structure.
Okay. Where would you want to travel to in terms of countries or cities?
I definitely want to go to LA one day, but if I was to go overseas, I would definitely go to Austria.
Yeah, man. Austria's got some really clean sort of like cityscape things that they have going for them.
Yeah, and I don't know. I've always liked the. It's crazy over there. It's beautiful.
hmm Any sort of key photographers over there that sort of inspired you for Austria?
Honestly, none that I've seen, but I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure there's some that are like definitely over there killing it.
hmm Um, like photography wise, where would you say you'd want to see yourself maybe in like 5 years with what you're doing? Or like, what are you looking to aim with to do with your photography?
Well, Like I said earlier, I'm in school for marketing right now, and it's always been a dream of mine to like use my business knowledge and my marketing knowledge to like open up a clothing store, like start a clothing line or something.
Okay.
So I've always wanted to do that, and then just like collaborate, my photography into like the clothing or something like that.
Have you thought of a name?
I have.
Or what is that? Let's get some early insights into what this is, man. So I can just like register it for you and like
steal that domain.
Yeah.
I thought of like starting a brand and then just calling it Slept On, just because I feel like there's a lot of there's just like a lot of super dope artists out there that are just totally slept on. Like nobody knows who they are.
That's true.
Nobody probably ever will know who they are, and it's just like it's bothersome, but at the same time, it's like they're still out there killing it every day, so it's still cool to me.
Yeah.
So I just kind of wanted to make something that would like really highlight the fact that there are like more people out there than you know of.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Have you thought of any other elements you could bring into that into sort of like that business aspect? Because I'm seeing I don't know. I mean, do you want to feature sort of like photographers within that sort of brand, or are you thinking more artists as in like painters and stuff like that? Or what are you thinking, graphics or?
Yeah, kind of a mix of everything. Other photographers. My girlfriend's a print major, so like, stuff with like printmaking, graphic design, just like fine arts in general. I think it'd be cool to just kind of get a nice mix of like everything into one type thing. I mean, not just so it's like
Okay.
I want it to be just like all thrown in there, but like make it organized.
Photography wise, well, outside of photography, if someone were to ask you what your other hobbies are apart from photography, what would you say they are?
That's tough because I don't really have time for much anymore with school and work and stuff. So I guess a hobby of mine is doing schoolwork and going to work. But I
mean, like things that you find fun. I mean, unless you
Yeah.
find like schoolwork fun, if that's what you're into, that's what your kink is, whatever.
Yeah, it's not necessarily fun, but I guess I like cars. I've always been to like the local car scene and stuff like that. So
Okay.
like the Instagram car scene. So
Okay. Of the sort of like dope rides and like shit like that. Yeah.
yeah.
What would you listen to while you're shooting? What kind of music?
I like just a lot of very mellow, like chill stuff. Like Miramasa, Milo Mills, just really laid back type stuff. I don't like to get all like super like hyped up and amped and shit like that. That's how you get in trouble.
Yeah. Would you say it contributes a lot to your photography, or just it's just something on the side that you listen to?
No, I mean it definitely contributes. It's like I don't really listen to music when I'm out shooting because mostly just like the places I'm in, I'm always like listening out for other stuff. But when I come home and edit, it's like you put headphones on, you just sit there and listen to music and edit, and like I've noticed that not listening to music and then listening to like a really chill song can like definitely change the vibe of your photos like a lot.
Yeah. And it can. Would you say it's give it character or something like that?
Yeah, definitely. Like I don't know, it helps. It like.
Are there any brands that you've wanted to work with?
What was that?
Are there any brands that you've ever wanted to work with?
Yeah. I mean, it's like a dream come true to like or it would be a dream come true to work with like any big company like Nike, Adidas. Like you see all these guys working, doing stuff hand in hand with those companies, and like it just looks like they're having such a like fun time. And like I guess if I was ever to take photography like more seriously than I do now and make a career out of it, that's probably what I would want to do.
Yeah. Okay, cool. There's a couple more questions I wanted to ask you.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think with your photography is different from anyone else's?
I don't know if my photos are different, but I think my mindset is different because, like I said, I'm not really in this to make money. I'm not out there trying to like push my brand or anything. I've just kind of let everything that's happened to me like come organically, and I found that that's like actually worked best, and like I've gotten more opportunities than I've ever thought. So like I think there's a lot of people that are like out every day trying as hard as possible to like go out and kill it, and like, you know, get like sponsors and like make all this money. And, like that's not my goal. Like my goal is just to wake up and like grab my camera, and if I see something like cool along the way during my day, I'll just take a picture of it and like, you know, like I'm not in this to like, you know, become famous or like make money or anything like that. It's just kind of something I do that keeps me sane.
Yeah, for me, I was talking to a guy earlier about his sort of drive and stuff like that. He said he uses photography, you know, like in terms of him shooting, he won't feel okay unless he doesn't shoot. Like it's like compulsive for him or whatever. I don't know. For me, it's like I know when I'm gonna get a good shot or not, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
you know, I think you can't sort of like fake being in the zone. Like it has to come sort of authentically, you know.
Definitely.
Cool. Are there any side? Okay, no, you've already mentioned that. Is there anything you want me to ask you?
I don't know. No, I mean, not particularly. I'm bad at coming up with questions.
Anything at all.
Well, I'd say if you asked me where I want to move in like 5 years, I would not have as definite of an answer as I would have last week if you had asked me.
Okay. What would you have said last year?
Well, no, last week even I would have said like, yeah, I want to move to New York City. Like, I want to move to Queens.
Well, why do you not want to move to New York City anymore?
I think, well, like my friends just bought a house in my state, and you just get a lot more money. You get a lot more for your money where I live than like in New York City. Like
how much is rent down there per month?
Well, like apartments I was looking at in New York City were a minimum of like, you know, $2,100 a month.
What the fuck?
For like a you know, like a 700 square foot apartment, and my friends just got a 2,000 square foot house for $2,200 a month. So it's just like,
oh my god.
Yeah, you can get a lot more for your money where I live. And not only that, I live close to New York City anyway, so I can just travel there.
$2,100 a month.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Oh my god, wow, you actually have to be like affording, man. You have to be getting a lot of money, man. Well, where was that $2,100 a month apartment in? What kind of area was it? Like run down, like?
No, it was a good area. It's just that's like that's to me at least what I've found looking so far. That's like your typical, you know, New York City apartment. So that like on the cheap end at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey man, you never know. We could be talking next year from now, and you could have like $300K, and you could be doing like jobs and like paying off that house like easily. You know.
Oh, I mean that's
I mean,
the
you
dream.
never know. You never know where life can take you. You know.
Exactly, that's the dream. Hopefully, I'll be doing that one day.
Yeah.
I would still move to New York City if I had the money.
Do you know Last Suspect?
Yeah.
What was that evil laugh? What was that evil laugh? Like you just like thought of like some crazy plan.
He blocked me on Instagram.
Oh my god! Why was? Oh wait, I think he might have blocked me as well. Wait 1 second.
He probably did.
No, I think it was for a different reason. Like, no, it wasn't Last Suspect who blocked me. It was someone else, someone really big. Like, it was Inciting. Yeah, it was Inciting. I posted like this joke on his thing. Like, I don't even remember what it was. It was so long ago. Like some like meme or some shit on one of his posts, and he blocked me.
Yeah. He's sensitive. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Well, what happened with Last Suspect? Why did you get blocked?
I don't know why he blocked me. Actually, I never like commented anything on his photos or anything. And then I like checked his page one day because I used to be following him, and it said no posts. And then like, I like had him added on Snapchat, and I snapped him one day, and I was like, why'd you block me on Instagram? And he was just like, you were probably an idiot. And I was just like, all right, fair enough. Like, I don't think so. But
did you steal any of his photos or anything? Because that's what's been happening. Like, with some
Nah,
people?
I don't want that dude's photos.
No, okay. No, I mean like as in locations and stuff like that.
No.
Okay.
There's
I'm not saying you were. I'm not saying you were. I'm
no,
just
no, no.
saying
I
like
know.
for
I just
example.
a lot of those dudes say that. There's no such thing as stealing locations in New York City anymore. It's like so already been done. Like everything's been done basically.
Mhm.
You know, there's nothing original coming out of there anymore. There's like different renditions of things, which is cool. And even like the already been done shots, like if somebody goes back and shoots the same spot over, it's still cool. It's just dudes get upset about it a lot of times. I don't know why.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We do have controversy over here between people quite a lot as well, and I never would have thought with this sort of side, you know, with meetups and stuff like that with people from
Yeah.
the community, you'd even have controversy because I think it would be stupid, but you still do because you know people are people, and what can you do? You
Yeah,
know.
I think people just need to remember that like it's just a photo and it's just Instagram. Like it's really not that serious.
Yeah.
Like people make it serious.
Okay, cool. In terms of your editing, or what do you use to edit usually? Okay, let's say the process. When you shoot, what do you do from there on? What's your usual process?
All right. Usual process is I usually try to put my photos on my computer, and I have a MacBook Pro with 0 memory left, so I pretty much have to always like delete some like shitty photos that I'll never use to get like good photos on it. And so yeah, I only use Adobe Lightroom. I occasionally use Photoshop if I'm like cloning out something I don't want, but from there I'll go in. I have like a bunch of presets that I made, and I usually kind of play around with which presets work best, and then tweak them individually from there. So it's like no photo is ever exactly the same because I don't like to just put like a preset on a photo. I think that's like a kind of a lazy way out.
Definitely,
I like to always like tweak, even if it's like just the smallest thing. Just like it can make a difference.
For sure.
And then sometimes go in with like the adjustments brush and like kind of brush something in if need be, or lighten something, darken something. Just small things like that.
For sure. For a photographer that's starting out, Instagram, normal photography, whatever, social, non-social, doesn't matter. What would you give to them? What kind of advice?
I would say don't take it too seriously for sure, because you're just gonna have a really bad time. Like don't even worry about like, oh, I hope this photo gets a lot of likes on Instagram, or like I hope I get a lot of followers quick, because it's just at the end of the day, it's like it literally doesn't matter. Like it's just a number, So it's just like as long as you're out there having fun, like shooting photos of what you want, like that's what counts. Like I think a lot of new photographers see roof shots and they're just like, all right, like I need to go on a roof and then sit off the edge and like that'll make me famous. And it's like probably not, because there's tens of thousands of other people doing it. You'll probably just get arrested or get hurt. It's like if you're comfortable doing that, by all means. But if you're like not comfortable doing that, just stick to shooting something that you're, it's in your comfort zone, and eventually branch out of your comfort zone. But not the first month or year that you're shooting photos.
Okay. Well, what got you into photography? How did you learn what you know now?
Well, I, again, unlike a lot of people, I've been shooting photos since I was about like 12 years old, honestly. I'm 21 now. I kind of just got into it from skateboarding. My friends and I would go out skateboarding, and I had like a little Sony Handycam thing, and I would just like take photos on the Handycam because it had like that option. And it was just like of my friends skateboarding, and then like from there I kind of like learned a little bit about like depth of field and stuff like that, and composition. I didn't have any editing software, and I would just put them on like Flickr or like MySpace or something.
Yeah, oh my god, MySpace.
Yeah, but
Jeez.
And then I stopped using that, and I got into shooting film, which I shot film from when I was like 15 to like 17 or 18. I would like develop the film in my friend's bathroom and stuff. and that was cool. But it got
That's
to the
like you're
point where
cooking
it's
meth,
just,
man.
like,
That's a bit dodgy. Well, like just straight up in his bath, like.
yeah, it was like it literally looked like a meth lab in his bathroom.
Jeez,
Like his mom would always come in and be like, "What the hell?" Or like what are these like buckets of chemicals in the bathtub? And like why is there
Would that
orange
not be
stuff
unhealthy
everywhere?
if like someone's gonna go to like you know,
Yeah,
or
it
you
was
just wash it out? I mean, like.
yeah. I mean, we were like stupid, 15-year-old kids, just like
Oh, okay.
developing film in his bathroom and like just making a mess everywhere. And,
That's
like,
pretty cool, man.
yeah, and then film got too expensive, so I bought a DSLR and upgraded that a couple times, and now I'm kind of here doing this.
What would you say is the biggest difference between digital photographers nowadays and film photographers then? I think personally, it's maybe the soul behind the photo is missing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, for instance, I'm editing a photo right now, and one of the, like, there's a girl in this photo on a tram going to Roosevelt Island, New York, and she's just, like, taking a photo of New York City with her iPhone, and, like, that's fine, And it's like, taking a picture now has so little meaning behind it, It's like,
Yeah.
like, cameras are in our phones, and obviously DSLRs are like more affordable than ever, and like mirrorless cameras are kind of just blowing up, and it's just like there's almost like no meaning behind it anymore. Like I know so many people that like go out and they'll just buy like a T5i and be like, yeah, I'm a photographer.
Oh my god, I hate those people, man.
Like I can like shoot this event for you.
Oh.
It's just like all right, like I mean, do your thing, but
Jeez.
no.
Jeez, yeah, man. That every single person who calls them photographer isn't a photographer. That's what I've always found.
And I think it's also frustrating when I was like in high school and I was shooting film. People were like, why are you shooting film? Like that's super weird. Buy a digital camera. And then now in like 2016, film is like super trendy again. Like
Yeah.
and it's just like all of these people are shooting film because it's just like really cool now. And
Yeah,
it's like do it because you're either poor or you love it. Don't do it because it's a trend. And I did it because I was poor and I liked it. So,
wait,
like,
who shoots who shoots film because they're poor?
I did. I got my first film camera for like $10.
Does a film cost a lot to produce? And
yeah, well, that's what got too expensive was like having it developed. So I was like, I'll just save up like 300. I saved up $300 and I bought a 40D and like.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. But for a while, I mean, I didn't pay for film to be developed because, like I said, we just did it in my friend's bathroom, and so you can get it's like 4 rolls for like $12 on a $10 camera. So I was like, enough to get you started and just use it sparingly.
Yeah. What are you doing right now with your whole life, like in terms of like studies and a job and?
Right now, I'm patiently waiting for school to be over. And then I'm going to do an internship, a marketing internship over the summer. And then I have to finish up my studies at my school next December. And I'll be hopefully, making some decent money after that. But right now, kind of just hanging out, going to school, enjoying my time there, hanging with my friends and working.
Yeah, as you do, man, as you do.
Yeah.
So with your username, how did you get the name Darkciide?
Oh, that's a good one. Well, Darkciide is basically like my photos are the darker side of like my emotions, kind of like I'm terrible at expressing emotions, like so through photography I was kind of able to do that. Like if you notice, my photos are like pretty dark and like kind of gritty, and like that's to me that's how I express like. That's how I get all my like my anger, my frustration, my depression, my anxiety. I just kind of get it all out like through my photos. So I was just like thinking of things one day, and I was just like, Darkciide works because like.
Where does the C come from?
Do you want the honest answer, or do you want like the I'm cool answer?
Is it there was no S username left?
That's exactly it.
Okay, let's have the cool answer. Throw in the cool answer.
It's a C because I'm different, and like you gotta switch it up, which is like not the truth at all. It's just
cool. Cool. Over here we get both answers, man. You know. This has been the Precinct with Darkciide. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Until next time.